going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got another quick one for you. Some more updates to the Dolphins coaching staff, a couple things that I forgot to mention yesterday, and then some new updates today. Before I get into that, though, I do want to assure you that I am working hard every day behind the scenes to get my off-season stuff together. So in the near future, the very near future, I'm not sure exactly when I'll be ready to start actually making the videos, but I am going through putting in the work to, get the material ready for the videos for, the free agency and draft stuff. And so I'm likely going to compile all of my information and data and stuff, and then I'll go through and I'll position by position break down the options and stuff available. And I'll probably start with free agency first because free agency comes first. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know about that. That is coming, and that is coming soon. I am working hard. I will be working on it more today and every day until I am ready to start releasing those videos, and then I will do that. So as to the reason for this video, like I said, there are some updates to the Dolphins coaching staff. Like I said, there were a couple things that I wanted to mention from yesterday that I forgot to put in there. So let's go ahead and review everything from yesterday, and let's actually just review how the coaching staff is shaping up so far. So as of yesterday, obviously Mike McDaniel is the head coach, which I love. Especially even though I wasn't particularly high on a first time head coach, and I wanted Harbaugh in particular because I felt like he would actually be the one guy that could get Steven Ross to just stay the fuck out of things, right? And whatever. And my biggest concern with McDaniel, it's not really even a concern with McDaniel, it's just, will he be able to overcome the dysfunction, which we are actually going to touch on a little bit, because it seems as though there is already some behind the scenes dysfunction that is actually playing into the coaching staff search, and who's being retained and so on and so forth. So we'll talk about that in just a second briefly, because I can't really talk too much about it or tell you where it's coming from, but there is some I can't be super detailed, but there is apparently some dysfunction, and even before Flores got fired, apparently there was some sides. I mean, we already know that, the locker room was splitting and stuff like that, but there were apparently sides being taken, and apparently it was a Boyer-Crossman versus a Flores kind of thing. And obviously Boyer and Crossman are retained. Crossman is staying as Danny Crossman is our special teams coordinator. Josh Boyer is our defensive coordinator. Apparently, though, some players in the locker room don't like that. Some players want to be up out of here because of it. Prominent players. I can't give you all the details, but it's not good if it's all true, apparently Boyer is kind of being forced onto Mike McDaniel. They're saying you got to keep him because the guys at the top like him and they want him, but that's problematic, not just because you're forcing the dude on the coach, but it is also apparently causing issues within the locker room and with some of these veteran players, prominent players, that are now wanting to get the fuck out because of it, which is terrible, especially because some of those prominent players are on the defensive side of the ball, which could be a major issue, because then our defense could take steps backwards if they don't have those players in-house anymore. So it is a little bit of a mess. That's about all I'm going to really say on that, because again, I can't really give you too many details of who the players are and what the specifics are. But anyway, back to the point though, but it is relevant because, one, that's just like the Dolphins, to always make sure that you got to find some way to have dysfunction and fuck with the things that are going on, right? So par for the course there, but also because it does have a relevant effect or relevancy and an effect on this coaching search. So anyway, Mike McDaniel, head coach. We don't have our offensive coordinator as of yet, but there is some updates to that. Josh Boyer is our DC. Danny Crossman is our special teams. I reported yesterday Wes Welker is our new wide receivers coach. I forgot to mention Eric Stoodsville is remaining. Godsey did leave. He's going to the Ravens now to be their tight ends coach. But we obviously brought in John Embry to be our tight end / assistant head coach. So Godsey left, but Stoodsville is staying, although he does technically take a demotion because he is going to be just simply the running back coach, which honestly is fine. I don't really have a problem with that. If he's just sitting there working with the running backs, cool, because he actually is pretty good with that. He wasn't very good at being, now, obviously Flores had a lot to do with it and so on and so forth. I think that, whatever. But so he wasn't very good at the coordinator level and the co-coordinators and shit. Not that I ever really thought that was going to work to begin with, but hey, whatever. I digress. So he is going to be our running backs coach. Another one I forgot to mention yesterday is that Austin Clark, our defensive line coach, is going to remain as well. Obviously, Gerald Alexander. Apparently, Alexander was also on Flores' side, though, in that whole, coach on coach battle that I was mentioning. It was Crossman and Boyer versus Flores and Alexander, and that's as much as I'll tell you, mostly just because Flores and Alexander are obviously not here anymore. But yeah, so, but I did mention that Charles Burks is remaining as our cornerbacks coach, and Anthony Campanile is remaining as our linebackers coach. Okay, so now let's move on, though, to the bit of update for today. So those are the things that I forgot from yesterday. Let's go ahead now, move on to the update today, because there is an update to the Dolphins' potential offensive coordinator position. So Chargers' Frank Smith interviews for the offensive coordinator job on Mike McDaniel's staff. There he is, beautiful picture of him. With Mike McDaniel officially on board as head coach, the Miami Dolphins are working to fill out his staff for next season. Per NFL Network's team Tom Pelissero, Los Angeles Chargers assistant Frank Smith is interviewing with the Dolphins about their vacant offensive coordinator position on Monday. Now, we also do know that Mike McDaniel did say, sorry, I blanked there for a second. Mike McDaniel did say that he was going to be calling plays. So, who, in that regard, who ends up being the offensive coordinator doesn't really matter that much, because they'll basically just be, in the discussions and helping to game plan and helping with the overall responsibilities, with that title and that position. But Mike McDaniel is planning to call his own plays. So just to have that in there for context. In addition to Smith, Athletics' Josh Kendall reported earlier this week, the Dolphins are expected to interview Atlanta Falcons quarterbacks coach Charles London for the offensive coordinator position. So a couple guys in the mix now. Falcons quarterbacks coach and the Chargers, what was he? I want to say he was a position coach. Maybe they'll say it in here, but I forgot off the top of my head. Aaron Wilson of the Pro Football Network reported on Thursday that Miami will also speak with former New Orleans Saints wide receivers coach and offensive assistant Curtis Johnson. So there you go, giving you full updates on all of the guys that they're interviewing. Per Pro Football Focus's Sam Monson, the Chargers finished the 2021 season with the NFL's 10th best offensive line, which Smith oversaw as part of his duties. Left tackle Rashawn Slater was named to the All-Pro second team as so he was their offensive line coach. And honestly, we need offensive line coaching help, right? So although he is obviously in the mix for the offensive coordinator position, but we definitely need an offensive line coach and somebody who's, good at that. So having him in the building, period, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Chargers tied for 13th in pass block win rate and ranked 21st in run block win rate. So, okay numbers there. McDaniel figures to have a heavy influence on the Dolphins offense as head coach. He spent the past 5 seasons with the Niners as an assistant to Kyle Shanahan. The 38-year-old was named offensive coordinator for the 2021 season after serving as run game coordinator from 17 to 20. Smith has 12 years of experience as an NFL coach. You do like to see a good amount of time booked in there, so that's nice. He was the Chargers run game coordinator and offensive line coach in 2021. We like that. He spent the previous 6 seasons as tight ends coach with the Bears 15 to 17 and Raiders from 18 to 20. All right, like a little bit of diversity too in his coaching titles and his, the positions that he's coached. The Wisconsin native began his NFL career as an assistant offensive line coach for the Saints in 10 to 14. So there you have it. And that really is about to wrap this up. Like I said, not a lot there. Just wanted to kind of give you these updates. A couple things that I had missed yesterday. And so, yeah. And there you have it. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Hope you guys appreciate it and everything. I will keep you updated as more news breaks and as more things develop and, as we round out this coaching staff and, move into the off season. So plenty of content still to come. And then obviously, like I said, man, exciting news. Now I still got to get my tickets whenever they go on sale. And then make, some other arrangements as well. But it does look like I will be going to the NFL draft this year, so I'm really pumped about that. So I will be doing a lot of on the road. I'll be taking my channel on the road, so I'll be doing content that will be either posted up on here on the channel or on Instagram. So one of those 2 options will be available. I'll be putting stuff on both, so probably a lot of stuff on Instagram though, so make sure you follow me on that. We'll get to that in a minute in my sign off, but just wanted to let you guys know, fun stuff coming, lots of good stuff coming, obviously all the off-season stuff as well. So before I get out of here, make sure you check out the Rave On Sports App, the new fan-driven sports app for all of your sports, whether it be basketball, baseball, football, college, whatever you like, they got it, and they are looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverage, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself, while also providing you an arena to dispute all of the terrible officiating. So make sure you look for that in the links below to that in the description box, and then with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. And, of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.
Miami wins it.